Oh man, still working with this. Let's see. There we go. Guys, I'm still welding this for the client, for the battery that I'm building. I'm using the A with P60F for this job. So let's see until people connect. There we go. Someone is here. How you doing, man? You know what? Let me put the laptop closer so I can read the comments. Give me 1 second here, brother. I'm working. Ah, come on, this cable. There we go. Man, it's still one by one of this, one by one. Um, Making these bus bars for the big battery that I'm building. But I decided to go with this one by one, and I kind of regret because it's a lot of work. I have days doing this. I cannot wait until I finish to start putting together the battery. So, but it's taking me so long time. Um, but there is a bunch of stuff that I want to talk about. I have a bunch of news, but I'm gonna wait until more people connect. It's about batteries, new information, surprises. Yep. How you doing? Come on, this is very sticky. There we go. All right, this one is done. Next one. Look how many I have already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I have 10 ready. 10 ready, and I still have how many? There are 24 from the regular one, and I guess 23, 24. Let me see something. Let me make sure I can see the top chat, live chat. There we go. Let's see. So I can read everybody here. So basically, yeah, that this is gonna be copper nickel sandwich. Obviously, as you see, what I this is copper 0.2, which is pretty thick. And this one is nickel as well, 0.2. Each one of these, when I cut all this with the laser. So I'm installing one by one. Even when I can go, if I want straight copper, I has been doing that, going straight copper with a few batteries already. It's doing great. So you know, and it's funny because I has been using this welder, the A with P60, um, and I really like it. P60F is so compact, so compact. Let me centralize this. Maybe you can see it better, guys. Yeah, it's so compact and powerful. I mean, I have here the other ones, the P120 and all that, and it's big, and But I don't know. I'm trying to use each one of the welders that I'm selling. Yes, I could use a strip, a full strip, actually, in this way, actually. Um, I can use a full strip, but it's again. I mean, I want to give a different look, to the pack. So just trying different things. I mean, and well, this one take forever. I mean, but the person that I mean, the customer, he doesn't have too much rush with the battery, so I can take my time and put new stuff, so do different things. I mean, that's cool. I really appreciate that from that customer. So I can do a lot of things differently. Um, Let me show you something that I was working with. I was working with this kind of boss bar. This one is different. This is 3 layers, this boss bar. So I have a zero point 0.2 in the, actually, give me 1 second. 0.2 on the bottom. Ah, look at that, man. That's the owner. Jeremy, I was talking about you right now, man, that you allow me, you know, to work, at my pace. I mean, and look at this, buddy, one by one. It's taking forever, but it's gonna look nice, man. It's gonna look nice. Look at this. That's gonna be your battery. So, one by one, let me show you everything that I have ready. And this is gonna be ready. Once I have this part ready, man, I built in no time the battery because it's just, I mean, pretty straightforward. But this preparation part, yes, it's one by one. I thought I was going with the full nickel lanes, but I really want to make it look nice. I mean, even when it's gonna be covered, but we have to have pride with what we do. So that's what I'm doing right now. Um, you know, I was working with different style of bus bars. This one, actually, let me zoom this out a little bit. There we go. This one was like a prototype that I was working with, that I have an idea. This one is 3 layers, 3 layers. So I was working for a bus bar for like 500 amps current. So this one basically we copper in the meter. I don't know, you can see it. One full layer of nickel, which is under this layer, and then we have the top layer, more copper. So it's 3 layers. It looks really nice. However, I decide to go in another route. I'm gonna show you now that another one that I was working with. So if you notice, this is more, now the holes are in the sides because the current flow in that direction. So I have to use all the techniques possible for the 500 amps bus bar that I want to develop. So this one is different. Instead to be round like these ones, see, it's gonna be more an oval. And the reason why, it's because instead to go with 3 layers, putting nickel in between, like you see in the other one, this one is not gonna have the third layer of nickel. What I'm gonna do is cut the nickel. I may have, let me see, in this style, cut the nickel and then put nickel in that right there, see, and then spot weld. So what is the advantage of doing this? I'm not gonna have nickel in between the copper. I can take advantage of the full conductivity from the copper. So not like this one. This one, because have a layer of nickel in between the copper, only the bottom side of the copper that is touching the cell is gonna take the advantage of the full conductivity, because the nickel is 4 times less conductive than copper. So then it's gonna affect my conductivity in this bus bar. So however it still is functional, because the top layer, which is this layer, is gonna act as a cooling agent. But in this case, it's gonna be completely functional, the bus bar, because it doesn't have the nickel in between. All right, that's the difference. But this one is another animal. I mean, this is something else that I'm working with. Eventually, not now. That's more for different kind of batteries. Not necessarily, this one is a battery that is gonna be pulling probably uh, close to the 300 amps. So we don't have to go that crazy in this battery. So, but the other one is, my channel, 500 amp. Hey, buddy, how you doing, man? So actually, now that we have some people here, I mean, I'm gonna talk about the news. Okay, what news I have? Guess what? Um, Pahda, and I don't know. You guys know. Well, we have Much. Much is the goat. I mean, of batteries. He's a really, really amazing guy. So Pahda, it's as well a very, very reputable tester from Czech Republic. Actually, is Pahda. So Pahda was testing the new cell, uh, Raylan's RS50, right? That actually someone offered me that cell. I say no in the beginning, because I mean we have the 50 PL, and I mean this new cell, it's a unknown brand for me, for many people, right? And well, I was introducing the 50 PL, so taking one at the time, right? So, but guess what? Apparently, that cell, what I mean, the rumor says apparently is true. Is pretty powerful, and based in the testing, the path that released officially today, uh, he that cell apparently is even more powerful than the 50 PL. And not only that, apparently that cell as well, it's gonna have more longevity as well, based on what he was saying today in the group. So, boof. I mean, however, it's way more expensive than the 50 PL in this moment. So the 50 PL, for the people that want to know, I have today confirmation that it's gonna be released officially in 2 weeks. So some of the sellers, even they are accepting now like pre-orders and stuff like that. And when I say sellers, is resellers. So the people. So in my case, I'm buying directly from Eevee. I haven't had confirmation yet from directly from Eevee that I can buy the cell. I guess probably between today and tomorrow they're gonna be giving me news. So when can be purchased that cell? At the same time, with the news that Panda gave me today, and he posted today, now I am like, I was going to buy 5,000 cells, but I mean, with that new cell coming, that powerful, I may hold off in the amount of cells that I'm gonna buy for 50 PLs, and I wanna give a shot to the other cell. Even yes, the problem is that it's expensive, but at the same time, I like to bring the most powerful cells in my store. Uh, yes, I'm gonna give a shot to the other cell as well. Uh, it's it's you know similar numbers as the 50 PL, but apparently it have even more power, and capacity is the same. Discharging, they claim, they put it. Oh, you know what? I just run out of. Uh, Give me 1 second. I guess I am in problems, unless that I have more here. Let me see. Oh, I have more here. Oof, that scared me. 0.1 pure. 0.15. That's not. Let me see. 0.2. That's the one that I'm using. So, I'm gonna be getting that cell. It's. I don't wanna buy that many. I'm gonna buy probably 1,000 ahead, because the problem is that it look a little bit different, but well, that's fine. Uh, it's different actually. It's not doesn't look a little bit different. It's different. This cut is different. I don't want to put something that is different. I'm gonna have to cut new ones to match this. Buddy, sorry. I have to cut more nickel. So that new sale is gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be probably in the $10 range. I mean, almost, or 9.99, because it's very expensive, and it's because they know what they have. So in the beginning, when I seen that sale and the pricing, I was like, I'm not gonna get it because it's super expensive, and nobody know that sale, and nobody has tested that sale before. So, but now that Pat that released that test, and March is gonna be testing that cell. Check the Patreons. I believe the cell that he's gonna be testing is already in California. So I guess he's gonna be receiving next week that cell. He says in the Patreon, and he's gonna be testing. So he's gonna be confirming what Pat posted. So we need to see that cell. We need to see that cell for the people that really like the most powerful cells. So let me show you. Let me show you the post. Let me go so I can share this with you guys. Um, let's see what he says. I can share only what he made public. The other part I can't, because that's private. But he posted today, and he says, look at what he says today. He says today, Pat that says today, update. So that one, buddy, is the Raelians R50. So he's releasing information from the testing. See, so it became clear how good the V50PL in comparison with the Molicel P50B, which uh, seems to be a little bit better. Look at what he says. So let me tell you guys, for the people that doesn't know Pata is in the much level, you know, very reputable guy, very reputable guy. I mean, in my opinion, the top two guys, in my opinion, is March and Pata. They both are great. I mean, amazing. So if he says that, I mean, we better believe that. And I have even more information that I cannot release publicly, obviously, that cell, we need to get it. Let me put it in that way. I mean, unless the information he make it public, I cannot, talk about it. But yes, is the cell is amazing. But again, I mean, we need to put it in perspective. How much money are you willing to pay for a cell that is gonna be just a little bit different from the other one. Let me see if he have any public chart. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find if he have any public chart. If he have a public chart, actually, I can share that. If not, I can't. Well, look at this. This one was a guy. That was not him. That was a guy who posed. He received the cells already, and that's how they look like. Let me share that with you guys. That is the cell. So you can see now how it looks like. And I don't know if we can see there. That's 3.8 volts. 3 point. No, actually, 3 milliamps is reading there. Remember, something we need to explain is that, let me see if they have more um, public information about that cell. Let's see. Okay, that's comparing. Look at that, the JP40 with JP40 is. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Yeah, JP40 versus the RS50. They are different. They are different. They look similar, but the thing is, look at how many turns we have here. One, two. This one have three. One, two, three. So we have more turns. The new cell have more turns than the JP40. So, but they are the same technique. Welded with the same technique with the laser. So, but let me see if, okay, someone posts here a diagram. Let me see. Yeah, but this is a single diagram. It doesn't have. They are not. What do you says? Let me check the comment. Let me check the comment. I cannot read it from here. Man, I have to take out my glasses to read the comments. Tighter wrap on the RS. Yeah. So it looked like JP40s. I mean, same color, exactly. Tighter spirals. I mean, they are different. They are different. So the nice part from these guys is that they are gonna be releasing now as well. They have a bunch of cells. I don't know. I check in their website, and they have RS30, they have RS50, they have RS60 coming. It's not released yet. The RS60, I believe they says is gonna be 45 amps, but it's 6 amps hour. That's amazing. And the thing is, that cell is more stable than uh, the Molicel P50B. It's gonna be, I believe so. Let's check it out now. Let me check it out now. That information for you. Let's go to their website. I can show you the website. Um, this is the website. So the people that want to know, this is the website from that cell. Reliance-battery.com. That's the manufacturer. Okay. This is the RS50, the one that we are talking about. Giving you all the information. See, 70 amps discharging, but it goes all the way based on what they says. So the 30, no, the RS40, I guess. Let me see if they have the 30 as I mentioned. Somewhere I seen as 30, but this one is 40, which is 4 amps hour. This one is more comparable to the JP40. This one is the 50, but this one is the one that I'm really more interested. It's not released yet, this one. But look at this. It's gonna be 50 amps discharging rate with 6 amps hour. Are you kidding me? Now, look at the most important part in the cells, which is just kill the moly cell. It's the maximum. Let me see where is the charging. Is what I'm looking. Continuous charge current 3C. Let me see what is the maximum. If someone pointed maximum continuous discharging pulse, discharging. Temperature, charge temperature. Look at this. -20. Discharging range, -40. So this cell is really killing moly cell. It's really killing moly cell. And charge current to 3C, which the other tablets are 2C. So this is a very fast cell. So let's see. They have other models coming that, but see 3.2. But these one are okay. Pricing in that cell. I seen already the price. I mean, for me. I mean, but remember that's buying in bulk. I mean, at the end, that cell is so expensive that it's gonna end up being probably in almost $10, $9. I mean, the same price that 50 PL was now, because now the 50 PL is going down. It's going down now that I mean, they first says that it was going up. Now they say it's going down. So, which is great news, and I believe they are going down because this sell, precisely because this sell, because now the 50 PL is not the top sell now. Apparently, it's gonna be this one, but but this is a new brand. I mean, but it's solid. I mean, it's not only a new brand. Apparently it's a solid company because they have different models and they have few different things. And based in the testing, I mean, if PAFDA says that is gonna have more longevity, and seems to have more longevity, seems to be more stable, seems to be more powerful, we need to believe it, and but EV have a better reputation. I mean, it's gonna take time until this cell really take off. This is what I mean, because many people doesn't know. You remember early last year, JP40. Who knows JP40? Ampes. Nobody. Nobody. So people doesn't buy JP40s. Was not buying because they says, "Wow, we don't know that sale. We don't know how it's gonna do that sale." Eventually, guess what? The time has been telling completely the opposite. JP40 is a very solid sale. It demonstrates have a lot of longevity still. I mean, I still using my JP40s that I put together last year. When I put it together, those JP40s, I guess it was in April last year. And hey, I abuse of my JP40s. I'm still solid. Like, I mean, you have to see the IR like new. So the JP, well, think about it. Milwaukee used JP40s in their tools, for changing the topic, but you are not using bus bar for high discharging. Give me 1 second. Let me read that. Um, Bus bar for high discharging 2S3 free. Can you copper series path? Let me read that in the computer. Give me 1 second. That comment. Um, you says, I'm sorry for changing the topic, but if you are not using a bus bar for high discharging 6S2P packs, can you use copper for series path and nickel strip for the parallel? Um, you don't want use different current path in your build. I mean, you use if it's only For low discharging rate, go with nickel if you want. I mean, it's easier to weld. Now, copper is cheaper. Copper is cheaper. I build everything with copper because for me it's super. It's for high discharging. Don't use nickel then. High discharge, you want the most conductive material, okay, which is copper. In this, well, is silver is the most conductive, but it's not. I mean, it's so expensive, and it's only 105% when copper is at 100%. Okay, it's only 5% more conductive than the silver. But forget about the silver. Silver is super expensive, and it's not. If you think that copper is soft, silver is even softer. So, uh, I only seen silver in very, 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 very high end components and stuff like that. Okay, um, copy, but there is a force. Let me read that. Let me read that, buddy. Um, so I will be using copper, double stack the copper, connect four cells. It's hard discharging. How much current are you talking about? So we'll be using copper for set two series strip between them in parallel. Um, how much current you're 100 amps? Okay. Okay, it's a drone battery. Well, 100 amps is, I mean, it's, yes, it's high current, but it's not crazy high current. I mean, you can just use copper 0.2 and you will be fine. Um, so, but why can you cannot use copper for the parallel connection? I know it's tough to stack, but you can use, copper nickel sandwich in the series, right? And then for the parallels, if you don't have, look at what you can use. Because obviously you don't have a laser, but you can get this. Look at this. You can get this. I sell this. Let me see a better example that you can see it. Maybe I have one open. Let me see if here it is. Look at this. This is pure copper, 0.2. No, it's not tape. This is just like strips. They are strips, but in copper, in 2p. So you can use make the parallel with this. See, and then the advantage of doing it like this, to explain you why this is better, it's because when you do it with the strips, when you make it with the strips, I mean, you make, you can run two strips, and then to connect the parallel, you will have to stack one copper on top of the other one with the strips, and that's tough to weld on top of the battery. You are following me? So with this one, because it's already made like this, you don't have to stack one on top of the other one, so it make it easier for you to weld on top of the battery. So try to get one of these. Are you in the US? No, I guess you are in France, right? Try to get, exactly, that's the solution for you, buddy. Try to get this in 0.2, even 0.15, because remember that because they are in parallel, you divide that current in two. So if you have two parallels and you need 100 amps, so you're gonna be dividing that in two, so it's gonna be 50 amps. 0.15 can run 50 amps, no problem. Even 0.1 can run, pushing it can run 50 amps, pushing it. And when I say pushing it, it's gonna go in the hot side. The copper is gonna heat up. Absolutely, it's gonna heat up. When the copper heat up, you're gonna start having a little bit of voltage drop depending the temperature. But you can see copper all the way to 60 degrees and it still perform. So, I mean, Yeah, yeah, that one that I have is zero point 0.2. That's perfect. 0.2, you can go even, divide one single strip in 0.2 can go to 200 almost. I mean, yeah, it's gonna heat up a little bit, but in your case, it's gonna be parallel. You're gonna divide, and you have plenty. I mean, with that solution that I'm telling you, you have plenty. So that's one way to do it. Using that strip if you don't have access to. I mean, I make bus bars. I mean, if someone asks me to make a custom bus bar, I can make it for you. But you don't have to. I mean, with those strips, it's called fine. It's called 2P, or they come with 3P, 4P. I mean, as well. You can buy it depending how many parallels you want to do. If you want to do three, get it with the one that say 3P. I don't have the 3P here because I make my own bus bars. And if someone need bus bars, I can cut it. I mean, I make it by my own. So completely custom. Being able to find a tear down with a good drum battery pack. I wonder if, well, I've been doing. Yesterday was doing packs for drones that I sold. Actually, I have. Let me show you something. I have one that I built for a client, and I have to ship it tomorrow. I still haven't put the connector. Look at what I did. This is for a drone. I still have to put the connector. Look at what I did. This is 50 PLs, and that's pure copper, straight copper. Look at this. No nickel. That's straight zero point 0.3 copper. Is this straight? So that's for a drone. So I have to be careful. Don't touch this. Uh, this one is not. This one is 10 gauge, and I like even 8 gauge for the 50 PLs. But because it's going to a drone, we need to maintain the weight down. Let me see. See, this one is 10 gauge. So, so you want to make it. Well, this one is not 2P. This one is 1P. It's only six. It's 6S. I mean, 1P. See, and I put even the balancing connector. Why? Because we charge this with smart chargers like this one. See, that's what I was having that connected. So in this charger, you connect the balancing port right there. So the charger acts as a BMS, balancing the pack. Connect the pack by by the other connector, which in this, because I don't have the connector yet, what I was doing was using these alligators, which don't do that, please. It's gonna make a spark probably. Yep, it's high voltage. So we can see voltage now, but let me connect now the other side, the balancing connector, which is gonna go here, and now you can see every cell voltage. See, so I can tell the charger, let's go and charge the pack, right? So the charger is gonna monitor every cell independently, and not only that, we can see the IR from every cell, the power we are putting, how many milliamps are we putting on. So that's how it works. Actually, this, look at how cool it is. I can tell the charger, okay, we're gonna charge in, for example, 1C, which is 5 amps. That's 1C. And boom, and charge. See, now I'm charging at 1C. And then the other side, because this is dual charger, look at how cool. I can program any kind of battery with these chargers. See, LiPo, Live, any NiCad, whatever I want. And this is the other channel, which is this channel. And I can do storage, discharge cycles. I can do 1,000 cycles if I want. See the counts? 5. I can put 999, actually 9,099 cycles if I want. And when I say cycles, is charge, discharge, charge, discharge. So that's how much tests, and this guy tests longevity. Because I can take a cell and tell the cell, the charger, that kind of charger, charge, discharge, charge, discharge the cell. Now you think about it, how it's gonna discharge. Well, this charger, it's that charger itself. It can support all the weight to 130 watts discharging in the internal resistance from the charger. 130. What about if we want to discharge with more power? Guess what? That charger allow me to the other channel. Then I put the power from the cell that I'm discharging to the other channel. And what we do with that power? Let me see if I have one here to show you. Look at what I do. Let me fix this. I connect. What is this? This is a 1,000 watts. Actually, it's two 500 watts resistors. Let me show you what it is. Come on. Let me fix the video. See, this is 500 watts, 50 ohms resistor. But I have two of them connected in parallel, if you see. So what I convert this is in 1,000. Obviously, I'm not gonna discharge 1,000 watts because this heat up like the heck. I mean, yes, basically. Now, if I put a fan and cooling on that, I can do it 1,000, but I don't have to. When I'm testing one single cell, think about it, like a 50 PL. The 50 PL in full power, it can produce almost 500 watts. 500 watts, one single cell. I mean, but that doesn't last too long. I mean, you can discharge that. That's when you are pushing 100. I have to make the math, but I get 125. Remember, it can go all the way to 180 amps. That cell. Dr. Bass tested 163 amps. One single cell. That's insane. Think about it. Then you multiply that amount of current times the voltage, and then you have the watts. So I can put all that wattage from the charger discharging to those resistors. So when they are coming out, what you're talking about? What cell? The 50 PL? 50 PL in about 2 weeks is we're ready to get them. So it means I'm getting it, and then they're gonna be 45 more days. Yeah, that's well. Let me put it in this way. From today, probably 60 days from today, 2 months. In 2 months, probably I got them here, 50 PLs. But I'm getting as well the other cell in less amount, obviously, for the people that want to try those. I mean, there are people that want to try the maximum power cell. So I want to have them because, I mean, my store, I have the last of the last, I mean, always. So I want to have, even if it's in a small amount, but I want to bring that. So if someone want to test it, they can test it. So I want to test it. And some people want to. I have people like Kenton. They love Best case like 60 days because they are not released yet. EV already announced that they are gonna be releasing it in 2 weeks. I know, and well, I have more news. I have more news. You know the people that was getting the red cells, and I guess Francisco, you the red cells asking if they are EV, if that's the new wrap. Guess what? That's not the wrap. Let me show you. I have pictures from the new wrap, which is gonna be very almost the same, and maybe you've seen this before. That's gonna be the new wrap. I cannot tell you 100% because until I have the cell in my hand, but apparently that's what is coming. See what they did. Why? I mean, I still have my doubt. What they did, they removed the top QR code that they have on top, and they are claiming because the other cell was made for drones. So this one is not gonna have the weird part. The weird part, I don't see any CC logo, which is supposed to, the cell is supposed to have the CC logo. I mean, the CCC logo, based in the Chinese regulation, I don't see it in that cell. Um, they still claim that's the cell. How they are not putting that CCC logo, I don't know because my understanding that's a regulation. That's a good question for March. I need to. I was going to show this to March, so I'm jumping the gun, showing you guys this because I just got this information. They says that that's gonna be the new wrap, which is different. Let me show you to compare. I have one here, only one. That's my last, believe it or not, my last JP 50 that I have in my hand. And it's because this one is my personal. This is the one that I opened to show you the can. And I close it again. See that is broken, the seal is broken. Because this one is the one that I open to show you guys how it looks like the can. I mean, so and once I took the pictures, I just closed it and I put a plastic. So this is my personal cell. So, but look at this. Look at this cell comparing with the other one. I don't know if you see it here. Let me put it this way so you can see it both. So they drop off this top part from the cell. See the QR code that we have here? We don't have that there. And they don't have anything of this. I don't see. I mean, even this one doesn't have the CCC logo, which um, but that there's few things, few ways that we can explain that. EV can make those cells for a manufacturer. And when I says is for example for a client, a client that, for example, if you have a company and you are developing drones and you need cells for your drones, you can ask EV to make cells for you, and EV doesn't have to put the information like CCC and logo and stuff like that because it's not intended to be resell for other purpose. Like happened with this, these cells that the one that I was selling, they are the pre-production. If you notice, apparently they says that's the production. I mean, again, this is not Evie who told me that. It's a good source that I have, and I trust them. But again, until I see it from Evie, I cannot tell you it's 100% accurate. But anyway, these cells that I got was originally intended to be tested for drones. Apparently, that's why they have that logo, which is the client, the QR code, supposed to be for information from the drone, whatever. So, but that's how we got. I got it. I mean, I get. I bought everything they have available. So that's how I got them. So, but guess what? It's sold out. I don't have. That's my last sale, believe it or not. And that pack. I mean, that was a client bought the last ones, and I make it in, in the pack, and that's it. I don't have any more. Um, I use few for my blower, and a few things that I have. I put. This is funny. I have 250 PLs here, and this thing is freaking powerful now. You have to see how this blow now. With actually is fully charged already. This is insane with the 50 PLs. It's just look at how blow the distance that we are, and look at how blow from here, and we have some distance. So the 50 PL really push hard on that. So they are sold, bro. Yeah, yeah, exactly. When I put in pre-sale, I had 1,300 coming, and I sold in pre-sale almost 1,000. I mean, 900 and something sales in pre-sale, which I give them in pre-sale. I give them cheaper. I mean, those sales because there was in pre-sale. I mean, and then the rest they just flew out. I mean, they bought it quickly, and I don't have anything. I mean, right now. Um, in power cells, I still have back 45Ds. I have 40 40 PLs new batch. Let me clarify. It's not like other. Well, I don't want to go there, but I mean my batches are brand new batches, fresh batches, and I can show you guys where they are. Where they are. Look at my. I don't want to say it, but I mean look at my 50 PLs. Look at the date. My dates. My dates. What says there? Yep, I know, but look at that. V0, which mean that have the capacity. Look at my capacity. Look at the capacity of my cells. 4080 to 4120 out of 4 amps hour. So this is, believe me, this is a very high quality cells. So same with the back 45Ds. I click the mute, but I noticed. Same with back 45Ds. Same with, I mean, the others. Let me see what else I have here. This is 40p. Same thing. Look at the rank. Look at the capacity of my 40ps. That's a cheaper EV. I have as well. See, that's the 50E. Look at my dates. Look at the dates. This is the production date. 5/12. Very recent. I mean, this is. I mean, I pay for that. I pay for that. So I'm not getting old batches. I mean, new batches are more expensive, especially when you get the good one, the V0, V1. I mean, they cost more money, and that's what I'm bringing here. Um, Again, I have offers. For example, Samsung's and other cells. Hey, 2023, 2024 year. I mean, and yes, way cheaper. That's what others are selling. Believe me. I don't want to go there, but what you says. Let me read that. Do they bad with time? No, I mean not. Yes, I have JP40 on sale, buddy. I have JP40s. All this is JP40s. All this is JP40s. I have JP. I have JP40s. I have. Let me see. Downstairs, I have 5 boxes. Here, four, $4. I have like 1,000. I mean, like 1,000 JP40s right now. If someone is interested. Um, what else? Oh, if they came bad with the time, I mean, it's not that they came bad. I mean, you can have cells for 3 years in a storage. I mean, but you have to be pending in the voltage, and But anyway, I mean, it's a fresh batch. It's fresh. So yes, they can after 3 years, maybe 4. Yes, you have to be pending. But remember, there is material. So I mean, once you start using it, probably they became good. But to give you an example, the hospitals, they maintain the cells in the equipment using or not for 1 year. Once the year passed, they replace that, with a fresh batch. So when the engineers decide that they have to change that every year, it's for something. Yes, but the thing is that naturally the cells they lose. I don't know, monthly depend the cells they can lose between 10 to 20 millivolts monthly. So make the numbers. They are gonna over the time they're gonna be losing voltage. Once the cell goes below 3 volts, that's a red flag. For me, 3.1 is a red flag. Yeah, it's exactly. It's well, yes, monthly. Depend the cell. There are cells that hold more. There's a cell that hold more. Yes, yeah. I mean, but the average is between 10 and 20 millivolts. Uh, every 2 years. Using the 3.45 when cheaped. Yes, I mean, well, let me tell you. Sometimes I receive sales for example, I receive sales in 3.1 volts. When that happened, I like them charging back to 3.7 or 3.6 for the client. When they are in 3.25, that's fine. I cheap them like that. But when they are in 3.1 or something like that, I don't like it because you don't know if my customer is gonna buy that cell and keep it for 1 year without being in use. Guess what? A cell that is in 3.1 after a year probably is gonna be below 3 volts. So and I don't want that. So in those cases, I charge them and put them in parallel to make sure they're completely in the chemistry. Exactly. Everything depends on the cells. Um, and that's what I do. I mean, to make sure the customer receive the cells in good healthy voltage, that can last 1 year, 2 years of being in use, and then after you get it in 2 years, you want to use it, you can use it, no problem. So, but yeah, I mean, my recommendation when you buy cells, check the voltage. If you notice the voltage is, I don't know, before below 3.3 volts, and you're not gonna use the cell in a while, charge the cell to 3.6, 3.7, and leave it in 3.6, 3.7 nominal voltage. Charge it. So and you're good for 2 years, 3 years. I mean, if you don't have that connected to anything, so when you have a pack built, you want to charge that at least once a month. To be honest, I mean, maybe hold more, depend the BMS, depend how is built the pack, but you want to keep an eye on that because you never know, So, and that's why I like the smart BMSs, because you can take a look on that, keep an eye on that, and that's important. So, um, guys, using the AMPAS, I receive my AMPAS. Look at this address. That's AMPAS, just like the JP40s. Let me see where it says AMPAS to show you. See, that's the logo from AMPAS. This is on sale. And the Ampes website, yeah, see, Ampes. The same people that make the JP40s, they make this. And I use them as well. This is my Ampes power bank. See? Let me show you where it says Ampes. Where is Andres? See? Now these ones are more heavy duty. These ones, each one, this unit, it's almost 1.5 kilo. So and this one is 1.5. So I have 3 kilos between these two ones. These units, I use that for my 3D printers and equipment that I have connected there. Plus I have another one here. Same unit. That's the one that I have for the laser. Actually, my laser is on. Let me turn it off. That's the one that I use for the laser and the computer. So that's the so it's cool. It's cool because you can have light. This you need to have a light. Look at this, very bright. You can turn on these lights. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. You can control that. You can control that by the app in the cell phone. So how many amps they charge? Well, let me put it in this way. I when I put them with the X boost, they take the full 20 amps from the breaker. I mean, if I put it in the kitchen, wait, 15 amps in the kitchen, they break. I mean, here in this room, I have to shut it off that because if I left them charge in the fast charge, it killed the breaker. That fast they can charge. Yes, 1800 watts. I mean charging and passing that. If I mean if they will stock everything that the breaker has, and it's killing my breaker. So when I want to charge it quickly, I connect that in the kitchen because you know the kitchen is EFI. It have more current. So and think about it. I have a problem because when the power fail, for example, we have thunderstorm, right? When we have thunderstorm, this room keep going working because those power banks. The problem is when the power comes back. Yes, the power when the power come back, they want to charge. They want to be charged. So it killed the breaker all the time. So I have to disconnect everything, shut off my printer, shut off everything here to charge one at the time. Once one finish charging, then I shut it off and then I connect another one to charge them up. Or move them to the kitchen. And then I can charge them in the kitchen. I mean, that powerful is. Now, this one is the baby from those ones. Uh, and this one is very portable. And this one is, how many? I guess is, yeah, look at that. 584 watts hour. Buddy, Amazon have that unit almost in $500. If I guess they still have it in $199 on sale in their website. My power banks, and I talked about this in another live, but I want to share the information. Battery plug, power dedicated, 20 amp circle also. Yes, I believe so. Oh, wait. My cell phone is dimming. It means that it's almost out of power. Let me connect this to the power. So, yeah, man, check it out. I guess they are still on sale in the website. Get them. Don't pass that. I bought 3 of them. 2 for this one in the living room where I have the modem. So I have the modem connected there. So if I lose power, I can keep going working on as long as the internet company, I mean Comcast, keep going in battery work as well. So I not down. Let me show you something. I was working for one of the clients. Look at how cool. This is a little power bank, and they was going to use that for drones too. If you want to make, I build this, I make it in the 3D printer, right? And then I make a little enclosure, very thin, but it's solid. It's 1 millimeter, but it's solid. Its infill is 80. So once we connect everything, we put it here. We have enough space to run the balancing ports and cables to the hole. That's the cap. And then we can put some glue, put the cap. The cap is made just perfect fit. I'm with one hand, but come on. Anyway, we pass the cables by the center, we glue the cap, and then cover everything. So, and you have a nice power bank. So, or drone battery that can be used as a drone battery. Yeah, yeah. So, buddy, yes, yes, yes. Oh, man, my cell phone is almost. I will have to kill this live. Um, I was going to show you guys. Going to. I have so many people asking the settings to weld copper, straight copper, or pure copper, or I mean 0.2 copper with the A width. This one is the again. This one is the P60F, which is the 29.2 kilowatts hour, and guess what? They have the same size as the P30. C, the same size. It's just that have a better capacitor, bigger capacitor, a little bit more power, obviously. So, but it's the same unit, it's same settings pretty much. I mean, I make this in my 3D printer, that base. Look at how cool. So when I move the welder, I don't scratch the welder. So if someone is interested and they buy a welder for me and you want that, I can print that and send that to you as a gift, with the welder. So I can print that out for you guys. So if anyone is interested, I have how many? Four of those right now on stock. The 60. I have the 20. I have the 20U. I have tomorrow. I'm gonna have the new units. The one that they are handheld. They are arriving tomorrow. Plus, I'm gonna be receiving the cheapest welder that they make that is connected, with capacitors, not batteries. I mean, the cheapest. I'm gonna be testing that tomorrow. Um, I have how many? 10 of those coming. They're gonna be for sale. And that welder is gonna be. I have to double check, but it's gonna be in the $50 range. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be 55. It's gonna be 49. I don't know. I have to check first before, but it's gonna be in that range. Is that cheap? It's gonna be that welder. So I wanna see the limit on that welder. I mean, how much bang you have for your money. So it's again, is I'm receiving that tomorrow. 10 boxes of those one. Again, the handheld one, the one that have a nice display that is in battery. I am receiving those ones too. I'm receiving a bunch of different models. I'm gonna show that tomorrow. Post that in the store probably by Saturday because I need to rest. By Saturday, I'm gonna be posting a bunch of things. I receive a bunch of things already that I haven't posted yet. If someone is interested, I have the Millwall. That's the DeWalt kit for the XR equipment. Just I may have one built. Let me see. Yeah, yeah. I have one built already. No, actually, this one is the original battery. Original that I was testing. This one is the one that I built. It's the same thing, exactly the same thing. And these batteries are built with, is that one in the one with JP30s? By the way, I have JP30s, buddy. If someone is interested, I have plenty JP30s. Um, so that one is built with JP30s. I have only three kits available. And those kits I can include you if you want the copper upgrades. I mean for the kits. So I'm gonna be receiving the Milwaukee M18 Ford. I'm gonna be receiving like 30 kits. That one is a nice one. I mean, that's the one that I use the most. And look at how cool is this. I was going to show you this. I did this in the 3D printer. So basically, this allows me to connect that to the DeWalt battery, and I have the output here. So I make this in the 3D printer. That's cool. I can include that. I mean, if someone want the file to print it out, you can do it and teach you how to make it by your own. Pretty cool. Anyway, hey, I'm running out of battery. I have to end this live. I'm gonna be probably tomorrow making the other live to teach you the techniques to how to weld a width. Some people was saying in the group that one side was sticking more or was welding more than the other one. There's techniques for that. Okay, I have to teach you guys how to do that, and there's a bunch of good stuff from these welders. I really love them, man. And hey, this is about to shut off my. Yes, sir. My cell phone is about to shut off. Is I need to charge that. So, we'll be connecting to more. Can you use resin flux for spoil weld? No, no, it's not the same. I hope the battery doesn't go off. It's not the same. It's not the same. The flux that we are talking about is a special flux, which is only 5% flux in this. This is more what is called bracing. It's called. These contain nickel. These contain tin and contain other materials. Okay. It's only 5% flux. We call it flux because you can understand what it is, but it's not really flux. I mean, and it's different. I mean, it's a different material, and it's not regular flux. If you try with regular flux, it's not gonna work. Believe me, I've been there years ago, and it's not the same. When I hear you have to use flux, I was thinking regular flux. No, it's not the same. You are not in the US, send me an email. Send me an email. I can maybe a link. Check if you where you can get. Be ready. It's gonna be expensive. In AliExpress, you may can find that in your country if they ship that to you. But it's gonna be expensive because they have that expensive, man. Yeah, yes, sir. It's gonna die, man. All right, I'm gonna end this. Yeah, it's diming out again. I'm gonna end this live. I'm gonna connect again tomorrow, showing you guys the settings and testing. We're gonna be testing. All right. You need a little USB-C power bank. Yes, for myself, man. Look at my eyes, man. I need to sleep. I need to sleep. No, for the cell phone. Yes, actually, I have. Well, this is about to die. Let me finish this, man. All right, see you tomorrow, guys. Thank you. Subscribe to this channel. I mean, click the notification bell for the people that haven't. And yeah, support the store. DIY500amp.com is the store. And the Facebook group DIY500amp. Okay. See you tomorrow. Thank you for synchronizing. Bye.